guys. Here we are, episode 8.
Week 8.
We're almost at
the NFL.
We're almost at episode 10 soon. Big milestone coming soon. Now, what did we do last week aside from the recap? What did it? We did the
recap. We did the
we did the mini simulation.
Simulation.
Mini simulation was last week. Trying to figure out a new segment. I'm just going off with new ideas. And this week, to start up the show, we're gonna do hope or nope. So basically, how I took one team from each division. The only two I took teams out of in the NFC were South and West, because I think the East and North are decided between Cowboys and Packers. They just have to coast through the season, in my personal opinion, at least. So I have 6 teams right now who are at the cusp of 500 or a little bit below, and we're gonna see if they have hope or nope, or not. So I fucked that up. Yeah. But there we go. Starting off, let's dive into it with the AFC East team I chose. John's New England Patriots. As of right now, they are 3-4, second in the AFC East. I might be messed up on my games behind total because no app wanted to tell me what they are, so I had to guess. They're about a game and a half behind the Buffalo Bills. And I'm going to start off with John here. Do they have hope or nope? And remind you, when I say hope, I mean not particularly winning their division, but getting in the playoffs.
I think Patriots have more hope than nope.
Okay. What would you say is the percentage?
Right now, I'd say 60-40. 60-40.
I think that's fair.
60-40, yeah. Mac Jones, he's looking good. He's, they played very well against the Cowboys. They should have won that game. Mm-hmm. He had one costly mistake that cost him the game. Damian Harris, he's running hard. They have James White injured, which sucks because that's just a great man out of the backfield that they don't have now. But they're looking good right now. It's the Jets, but it's a great win to get them back, get Mac Jones more confidence, get him comfortable.
I think Mac Jones gets better as the season's going on.
Oh, yeah. I think he definitely is. You saw in the beginning of the season, he was just doing check down passes and stuff, and now I think he's getting more comfortable.
Starting to go downfield more.
Yeah. Guru, what about you? Do you think the Patriots have hope or not?
Absolutely. It's Bill Belichick. You can never count the Patriots out. And with Mac Jones, I think it's a good fit with the Patriots, with Belichick. And I think you're seeing that he's getting comfortable. He's getting better, I think, week to week. The team's depleted, but they're sitting here at 3-4.
Yeah.
They're just a touch out of 500. They ain't so bad going into half the season.
I don't know exactly. How many games were they? They finished 7-9 last year. Were they just about 2 games or so out of a playoff spot?
Right. It was like week 14 they had to win out.
Oh, yeah. I remember that now. Yeah. So I agree with both of them. I think the Patriots, there is hope. I agree with John 60-40. I think might cut down the numbers on a little, maybe a little 55-45 action. Because the Patriots, granted, I think the AFC this season is the most stacked conference. Stacked is a loose term right now. I think they have many teams to where they're at right now till the end of the season, it's like, wow. So that happened, but I'm not shocked by it.
They got a lot of teams that are beat up, though, too, and a lot of teams aren't playing up to their calibers.
That is true. And obviously we'll be getting to some of those teams in a moment, which I assume you guys...
I think there's more hotter teams in the NFC right now than the AFC.
Oh, I would agree with that. Like, I think as of right now, if the season ended... I mean, granted, I picked the Bills to win in the simulation last week, but I would put my money on the NFC, one of those teams, to sneak out.
Yeah, sure.
So let's move on there. Let's move to the AFC North team. AFC North is a stacked division. All teams basically have a winning record, except the Steelers. I'm pretty sure Browns just fell to... No, they're 4-3 now. My apologies. So Steelers, they're 4th in the AFC North with a 3-3 record coming off a bye week. 2.5 games behind, and it's weird to say this, heading into Week 8, behind the Bengals for first place.
Number 1 in the AFC.
Top team. Very, very weird. Guru, I'm going to start with you because in recent memory, you've had a lot to say about the Steelers. Hope or not?
With the Steelers, there's always hope because you can't count them out. But in this division, you got the Bengals, they're hot. The Ravens, they're sitting there at 5-2, but, I mean, the Ravens just got their ass handed to them.
Yeah.
Bad at home.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ravens are, and we were talking about that. Are you for real? You're going to start going. You start winning, and they start picking up a few wins, and all of a sudden, bam! They get their fucking and not a loss. They got their ass handed to them by Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Bad. That was a bad loss for them at home. I'm sure them home fans are booing the fuck out of them.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They had to. So the Steelers are sitting there 3-3. You know, it's still early in the season. You got two teams at 5-2, one at 4-3, and one at 3-3.
Yeah.
So you can never count them out. I think they're starting to get a little better, but I don't think you can never count the Steelers out. I think there's hope there.
I personally think
there's more hope than nope.
I think in my opinion, there's more nope than hope. Because I think that, and I feel like you kind of just said it, with the Ravens getting their ass kicked, who they get their ass handed to? The Bengals, who are in that division. I think the Browns are a team that, with their mass injuries, with whichever direction they're headed to this season, I think the Steelers have hope to get over them. But I think when it comes to getting past the Ravens and now the Bengals, it doesn't look that great. And there's a couple other teams, you know, in the AFC that I think could sneak in a couple wins, you know, get ahead of them on standings in terms of wild
you know
card
what, the only reason why I'm saying there's hope, because you got to count in like injuries. Like they're going to go into Cleveland with a depleted backfield, no quarterback. If Steelers can go into Cleveland and get a win, and now they're sitting at 4-3 in the division, it really don't matter who you beat.
Yeah.
You know, but you got to win. Now you're 4-3. That's going to put the Browns to 4-4. You know, anything can happen.
Oh no, yeah, most of
they got the bye week.
I think I agree with Corben. I think there's more nope than hope. But I also, you know, it was just saying with the Browns. I think right now the Browns, with their just injured team, I think Steelers and the Browns are at the same level right now.
Oh, 100%.
So they, I think, have a little bit more edge on the Browns right now, just because Browns.
Because those are important divisional games, and we got one coming up right now.
But I just don't think the Steelers, their offense is just so.
I think
they have a great defense. They always have a great defense.
Now Najee Harris is playing a lot better now.
He is.
He's starting to roll.
I know he was on my shit list.
I tried to trade for him in fantasy
injured,
this week, and I got turned down.
I hate to say it, Juju being injured, it's kind of.
It does hurt them. But I also think a main thing too that hurts them. And granted, he's been one of their franchise men for the past decade or so. I think you just got to be done with Big Ben after the season.
Well, yeah, definitely.
I think it's time you move on from that. So moving on from that, Steelers, we got the Indianapolis Colts out of the AFC South. They sit 3-4, second in the AFC South. Granted, the only two teams in there are Titans and Colts, Jaguars and Texans. They're getting their trips ready for Cancun as we speak. They are 2.5 games behind the Titans. I personally, the Colts for me have been a very weird team this year. They're a team where, looking at them, they mesh well together. They get good wins. Then they get some sloppy losses and stuff to where they're kind of a team where I feel like if you were to change a couple plays or whatever, and I know you can say about any game, but with this team, I believe it. Like, they could have beaten the Rams in Week 3. I thought it was going to happen. I thought, fuck, we're going to start off in this worst way possible.
Well, is it the Colts being weird, or is it your Rams? I think your Rams are not playing up to their potential right now.
That's a topic for another day.
We'll get into that for another day.
The Rams, they have hope. That's 100% hope.
In the picks, I got something to say about that.
But no, I think with the Colts, there's hope to get the last wild card spot, but there's more hope in my opinion.
Now I give the Colts, I'll give them credit on that win Monday night. The only issue I have with that is because it was who can hang on to the ball.
Oh, Sunday night.
They were playing Sunday night. They were playing in a fucking monsoon.
Yeah.
Who hangs on to the ball and wins that game? Now they end up winning it 30 by score 30-18.
Correct.
Pretty impressive right there. However, I think if it was under perfect weather conditions, you would have seen my man E.W.B.A. Samuel.
Oh yeah.
A lot better.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Garoppolo threw he couldn't hang on to the ball. He threw ugly passes. Both sides did, but then. Once the Colts got the lead, they started giving it to Jonathan Taylor and keeping the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
But the 49ers were playing catch-up, so they had to throw it in the air, and it just got them worse and worse and worse. But the only scores that they had all came from E.W.B.A. Samuel.
Yeah.
Something good with the Colts right now. Carson Wentz, he's going up.
It's
a nice
fit.
Going back to his early Eagle days before he was injury prone.
So I have to say there's hope.
I agree too. There's a little bit of hope with the Colts right now.
I think it can be just blindsided fast.
Yeah, but that's just a weird team. It's a weird. At the team I would never touch. I would never want to, be like, hey, this is a team that's going to go far in the playoffs. No, this is a team that might make it to the playoffs, but are definitely going to lose in the first round.
Oh, 100%. They would lose wild card weekend to.
I mean, they always did it with Andrew Luck.
The issue I do have with Carson Wentz, he's looking like Phillip Rivers when he throws the ball.
Yeah,
his arm looks fucked up.
Yeah, but
I don't
that's
know what it is.
Hey, Phillip Rivers was a dog though. He was a dog.
Yeah.
But out of the weirdest teams out of them all in the AFC, there's one that I've been waiting to talk about, and I feel like you two as well. The Kansas City Chiefs. As of right now, They sit 3-4, tied for third, which is basically last place right now in the AFC West with the Denver Broncos, and they are only 2.5 games behind. I'm pretty sure both Raiders and Chargers. I'm pretty sure Chargers are 5-2 as well. As a big Patty fan, I want to start off with this one because let me put it this way. Looking at some tape here on the Chiefs, don't get me wrong, they're a very weird team. I think their defense is horrible. I think their O-line needs help because Patty's just been running around out there. A lot of this, it looks like that Patty needs help out there. I hate to say it because the Chiefs have been a dynasty.
I don't think that.
I think the receivers at times, they drop easy passes. It looks very lackadaisical to where when you look at, of course people are going to blame it on Patty, but it's like the Super Bowl. Like he had one of the greatest performances in the Super Bowl in a winning
conspiracy
effort. Losing effort.
People have been saying, we're gonna figure Lamar Jackson out. They haven't really. I don't really think people have figured Lamar Jackson out. He's still out there running around, he's rushing about 80 yards a game?
About
more, yeah. People are like, oh, we're gonna figure Derrick Henry out. Third season, about to probably get another 2,000 yards rushing. Patty Mahomes this season. No one's been talking about we're gonna figure him out. They didn't think they'd do it. Have they figured Patty Mahomes out?
No, I think
I think he has the weapons. You're the best tight end in the league.
But I think it's that.
I think Tyreek Hill, who's arguably a top 5 wide receiver in the league.
But it's that. I think they haven't figured Patty out. They have figured the receiving out. I think they've figured out those other pieces.
Their offensive scheme.
Yes, I think that's a better way of putting it. Their offensive scheme, I think they have figured it out.
Or I'll throw this at you. Is there a hidden injury with Patty?
I don't think so.
Well, he did just go out, but wasn't it concussion?
Yeah, it was like a knee to the head, but he should be fine for Monday.
Because his pride was hurt,
But you know what I mean? Some guys play hurt and they don't come up with, they don't put it on the injury report because they don't want the other team to know. Because I can't figure it out.
I don't.
Because like John said, you got a great receiving core right there. Your offensive line is depleted, sure, but should you be sitting here at 3-4?
No, but I think John kind of hit it on the nail there with the hammer, saying that it might be the offensive scheme they figured out. Because looking at Patty, I don't think it's any injury worries.
Did they figure him out? Did they figure Patty Mahomes out?
I think they figured out the scheme more. Because I think put Patty on a different team right now with a different scheme or whatever, he's going to be like how we saw the past couple of years, aside from this season.
What team?
Honestly, any. Put him on the Patriots.
Put him on the Lions?
Well, Lions, that's a different ballgame.
Patriots,
Lions.
I don't think he has no weapons on the Patriots.
Well,
I agree that teams figured that's a good statement that teams have figured him out. But now, however, our teams you look at their schedule. They played the Titans, got their ass blown out. They played the Bills, got their ass blown out. They've played the Browns. They just barely beat the Browns.
Choked against the Ravens, and then obviously Justin Herbert laid
Choked against the Ravens, and then they got beat by the Chargers.
If you think about their that schedule, though,
that's a tough schedule.
That's a tough schedule.
That
so
is.
I forgot about that. They
have a tough schedule. Now you look at their schedule
I think there's
coming
still hope.
up.
There's definitely hope. You can't count the Chiefs.
Oh, 100%.
You cannot count.
Now you got Giants, Packers, Raiders, Cowboys, Broncos, Raiders again, Chargers, Steelers. There's your divisional games.
Giants right now.
That's a tough schedule.
It is. Chiefs do have a pretty... But looking at that schedule, there are a lot of wins I think that they can take. Like, I think they can take 2 of the Bronco games.
But look at your out-of-conference games. You got to play the Packers and you got to play the Cowboys.
You don't want to do that.
That makes it tough.
No, now that... I don't like that.
Tough schedule.
No, that's tough right there.
Because all these other ones are divisional teams.
In my opinion, I think... I agree with John. I think there is hope. Don't doubt the Chiefs because... Grant, they're 3-4 now. They could flip it around and finish the season. What would it be? 13-4.
You can't
10
count
more
them
games
out.
left.
They're not going to do that.
But probably not. Most definitely not. Looking at their schedule there. But I also think, in looking at some of the teams there, the Titans, Bills, Ravens, Browns, they're kind of teams that they have met a lot over this Patty era here. And remind you, as dominant as the Chiefs have been, those teams are the type to where we'll remember this. We'll remember this.
They're going to figure you out. The divisional teams now. Is Danny Dimes going to lay some Danny Dong this weekend?
I hope so.
No.
I hope
I do not think so.
Their Giants are scared. That's that one in what? There were 2 in.
That's one of them games that the Giants would win.
That 2-win team that you don't want to play because they're a little bit dangerous. The Giants are that losing crappy team that you don't want to play.
I have a big pet talk for the Chiefs when we do our picks against the Giants. Because that's a game right there that I'll get in that in a minute. So are we kind of all on the same board, though, that there's hope, but now we might have figured out that the league has found out the Chiefs?
I think they figured out Pat Mahomes. I always thought Pat Mahomes was a little bit, overrated. That Super Bowl MVP was given, not even rightfully his. He just should not even have that. He had a terrible game, and he gets the Super Bowl MVP.
It's always going to be the quarterback.
And I know, but...
It's only quarterback unless you're a defensive player and get 2 interceptions.
Unless you're Julian Edelman, too.
He also had the catch of a century there.
That wasn't that game.
It was
against the Rams. He had
in all honesty,
200 receiving yards.
You could have given anyone that Super Bowl MVP, and I would have been fine with it.
Defense. You should get the...
No, literally. So, all right. So, Chiefs, we lay down hope there. Now, we're done with the AFC in terms of hope. Let's look on to the NFC. The only 2 teams I have on here who are very interesting, especially the last one. But let's start off with the New Orleans Saints. 4-2. They're 2 games above 500, but they're second in the NFC South and about 2.5 games behind the Buccaneers.
I'm not sold on them.
We know who the Buccaneers are. At this point, I don't think they're winning the division, but is there hope for them to get it in the wild card?
I'm not sold on them.
Definitely.
I don't think so.
Care to hash this out between
I'm
you
not
two?
sold on them. I don't think they'd...
Go, John. State your case.
Last week, they had trouble with the Seahawks, who are a terrible team right now, that I did have going to the playoffs, but looking at them now, don't even know what that team is. And you're struggling with them. You're struggling against Geno Smith. You can't score against that terrible that defense that's not even that defense anymore, what they used to be. I don't even know what that... Who are the Seahawks anymore? And you struggle with that team? Who are the Saints? The Saints, I'm not sold on Jameis. I'm not sold... He's not even giving it the... Give the ball to Kamara.
He was passing the ball. Kamara had over 130 receiving yards.
But if you're looking at games, they lost and stuff. He doesn't give it to Kamara.
True.
Why don't you Kamara should be... It's just like the Panthers. When the Panthers win, it's because they give it to Christian McCaffrey every time. But he ends up getting injured.
But looking at Jameis's resume, granted a 30-30 season, I think you got to look at him and be like, okay, yeah, he might have thrown 30 interceptions, but he's also thrown 30 touchdowns, so you've got to air it out at some points.
I'm not sold... I'll never be sold on Jameis Winston.
I think I'm sold on him. I've been sold on Jameis
Winston.
Winston.
What has he done ever?
30-30, baby. 30-30.
30-30, that's not even good.
It's monumental. Who else has done that? He's in a room alone. He's in a room alone right there.
And this is the first year solid with the Saints. They're not doing the Taysom Hill bullshit. You don't have Drew Brees. He's gone.
Thankfully.
Okay, so this is basically... So you could look at this as... Because he's away from the Bucs. This could be like a rookie season for...
Yeah, I would say he got redshirted last year.
He's arguing with his wide receivers right now, though. What's that relationship?
There's no Michael
Pump
Thomas.
the ball to Alvin Kamara. Look what happens.
Michael Thomas in the league anymore? I mean,
he's just out. Michael Thomas is faded out. So I agree with the Guru. I think there's hope for a wild card. Divisional, fuck no. The Bucs, that's their division to lose right there. So let me go to the final team here for the NFC. The Seattle Seahawks, who John just alluded to.
Straight up, no. They're not good. They're not good at all this year.
I think we can all agree that it's nope, but I just wanted to... I wanted to pick them for the NFC West for the conversation of how the fuck did we get here?
DK Metcalf should lead that team.
Yes, I agree with that.
He should lead that team.
So should Tyler Lockett.
And so should Russell Wilson.
Honestly, I think...
He tried.
This is a prime team right here, and it sucks because I think I've mentioned this a couple times on the show, especially earlier on, is when are the Seahawks going to crash? Like, they're
crashing.
They're this, now it's like they're running out of gas.
After
but
Legion
it's
of Boom. I mean, they've just been...
But the thing is, like, don't get me wrong, their defense isn't obviously Legion of Boom style, but their defensive numbers have gone out tremendously.
Wagner, leave. Russell Wilson, leave. Bobby Wagner, top 5 linebacker. Russell Wilson, top 5 quarterback, arguably. I think he is.
I would agree with that.
I definitely think he is. DK Metcalf, you could argue top 5 wide receiver.
Oh, 100%.
Not top 5, top 10. I don't think he's top 5.
I think they have 2 top 10 receivers in Lockett and Metcalf over there. I
don't know.
Put those 2 on different teams. I think they still put up good production. Obviously, they need good quarterbacks.
No,
can't have Trevor Lawrence.
Lockett reminds me of like Mike Williams from Pittsburgh a couple years ago. He's just that deep threat.
I see what you mean. I like that. I like that.
I
think he's better.
I
think he's better.
Oh, he's definitely a little bit better, but not like anything. He's like
and Chris Carson leave that team, but come back. We need you for fantasy. Well, I do. Guru, do you think there's hope or not in Seattle? You haven't spoken on this team yet.
I don't think there is this year with Russell Wilson with the injury right to him. The backfield's depleted. Yeah, you got those 2 good receivers, and Geno Smith isn't doing too bad. I thought
he's not terrible.
He's not terrible.
He didn't do too good that.
But you look at what they got coming up. They got Jags. Is that a win at home?
Should be.
Okay, then they go Packers on the road.
Nope.
Then they got the Cardinals at home.
Nope.
Then they got Washington on the road.
Should be.
They're on
Niners
the road.
at home.
Yeah, Seahawks are on the road.
And then you got Texans, Rams, Bears, Lions, Cardinals again. They
Seahawks.
split those games in half. I mean, they should be beating the Lions. They should be beating the Texans. So they play some hard teams in it, but their second half of the season is
they're
pushing
struggling
hard.
with the sucky teams too. That's the problem.
Seahawks, in my opinion, looking at their schedule now, they're a 6-11 team. If my math does me correct, yeah, that's 17.
They only lost by 3 points, and they had shit weather again over there too. That's why it's such a low-scoring game.
Oh, 100%. But I think that
But your quarterbacks, Geno Smith is just not the guy.
But do I think they're going to make the playoffs this year? Not even a wild card? I don't.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they get in the playoffs.
I think you're completely right. That 6-11 prediction.
Yeah, their team. They're gonna finish 6.
Maybe 7-10, but
I don't even.
I think they
they'll
don't make the
7
playoffs
win.
this year.
they definitely.
And that's the first time in how long?
Since before Russell Wilson even got there,
Right.
2011.
So when you're saying are they getting depleted? Are they getting going down? Yes, I think so, and I think this is the year you see it when they do not make the playoffs.
Now let me a little spin zone on this question. Obviously, we'll probably save this question more in depth when it comes to the off season. Say they do finish at 6-11 or 7-10. Obviously, just don't make the playoffs. Do they blow up? Do Seahawks kind of implode in a way? And
Well, we
players
thought
like
Russell
want
Wilson
out?
was going to be gone this year, and he wasn't. So you're going to get that
I think he should have left.
the Seahawks drama is going to play out again, and are they going to?
Get rid of Jamal Adams.
They didn't-
Why do you have that?
Yeah, best in the league when he's like 62nd ranked.
You know, it could be
Respective
Russell
position.
Wilson offseason 2.0. See what happens again this year. Maybe that's when they move him.
So that is Hope or Nope. We'll be right back in a moment with some Hero or Zero, best team of the week, and we'll dive into our Week 8 picks. And a little spoiler, a little teaser here. This kid laid some dong last week with his picks. We'll get in that in a minute.
It's about
Stay
time.
tuned. We'll be back.
Whoa.
All right, guys, we are back now. Let's dive into our Hero or Zero. Guru, I'm going to slide the ball over to you. Let's get it rolling.
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Your
Yeah.
heroes?
Great duo.
Yeah,
Great duo.
I can't beat that.
First duo on Hero or Zero.
Oh, yeah, first duo.
They went in the Ravens and fucking just laid dong on them. Beat the
They
shit
did.
out of them. There's 23 to 38, 416 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 8 receptions for 201 yards.
Are they the
and a touchdown.
best? I think this is an obvious question
That's a career day for him.
because I agree with this statement. But do you think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are the best quarterback wide receiver duo in the league this season so far?
They're playing like it right now.
No.
Who is?
Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers.
No way.
Oh!
I mean, you can definitely
come
make it.
on.
That's a good argument, but
It is.
But see, okay, how long have they been together?
I'm just saying, well, yeah, that's why they're better, because they have more experience.
Okay, so if you want to say the next up and coming duo,
well, yes, next.
No,
yeah,
I- no,
get
my
that.
no. My question is right now.
I think
the
they're
hottest
definitely
right
going to
now?
be. They're
I
going to
think
be the
so.
next. They're going to be that next Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. I'm not going to compare him to Tom Brady and like.
Gronk.
I mean, they're both very similar.
You can never compare those until Joe Burrow and Chase get some rings on their
Play
fingers.
some
and
Love
yeah.
Sosa.
Yeah.
They're
Tom
both-
Brady's Twitter videos are fucking undefeated. I don't care what anyone says; those are amazing. All right, so shoot us with your zero.
Chiefs, the whole team sucks. All right.
I mean, yeah.
Is that
straight
it?
up,
Yeah.
straight up,
Titans
yeah.
laid down
There's
on
nothing,
them.
yeah, there's nothing to say. They suck.
That's all I could say. They're sucking. They got to figure something out. There's something wrong in Kansas City right now.
Do they need Jackson Mahomes? Yes or no?
They need him to be
They
exiled.
need him to shut his mouth. They need the mom to get off fucking Twitter and shut her mouth too. Get off
Patrick
social
Mahomes
media
needs to
shit.
force his wife.
That's what they need. Just let your fucking boy play ball.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to bat for him and fucking fight his battles.
John, let's move it over to you. Give me your hero and zero.
My boy Damian Harris, 14 rushing attempts, 106 yards, averaging 7.5 yards a carry. Topping off with 2 rushing touchdowns on a good win. I mean, it's the Jets, but 54-13. That's a great win.
You see, you might say it's the Jets, but I think as
Still
a
a great
Patriots
win.
fan, when it comes to the Jets, it's like
We hate the Jets.
like
We hate the Jets.
that's a win that you
the
should
Jets,
get by
who are
60.
the Jets? The Jets are Alabama. If Alabama came into the NFL.
that is a fair. I like
They're
that
not gonna-
comparison.
They're not going to win.
No, yeah, I agree with
You have
that.
18-year-olds on your team.
Then Zach
That's
Wilson.
Zach Wilson. You
And
know,
it's also I don't trust a quarterback that has never gotten drunk before. I'm
And-
sorry.
Red Virgin too. So my to my zero of the week too, Marcus Lattimore. You got Do you see the video of DK Metcalf just
I did not see that. No.
pretty much picked him up and just threw him down? You are a little man. You're a little boy. And then he went over. I'm gonna reenact.
Here.
Oh, I saw that one.
Yeah, this is Lattimore. This is Metcalf. Lattimore came up to him, pushed him. That's as much as DK Metcalf moved.
Metcalf doesn't move.
He
That
moved
man's
by
a
1
fucking
inch.
tank.
You got.
He is a tank. He's tough.
Do you remember that video against the Niners last year when he was on a slant route? He ran in. The
Yes.
guy just got pancaked just
Marcus
fucking running
Lattimore
into him.
got you were like a little bitch out there. DK Metcalf, I hate Lattimore. I'm gonna be honest. He always tries to target like bigger people and gets messed up every time. Mike Evans popped him right in his mouth.
Yeah, no, he has to pick his fucking
DK
battles.
Metcalf trucked him. What did Lattimore do? Pushed him, but didn't do anything. It was like your little brother. He said, "Excuse me, don't play with me later."
So that's your hero and zero right there?
Yeah.
All right. So for me, he went with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, but I'm going with the Bengals as a whole right there. I think a 5-2 start. I don't think neither of us predicted it. I don't even think half of America picked it. I know 90% of America
So
didn't
far,
pick
they're
this shit.
turning it around in
Good morning,
Cincinnati.
America.
But yeah, and I think I think beating the Ravens is a big one too, because heading into this season, it was kind of like, all right, it's kind of like their division. It was either gonna be them or the Browns. Bengals, everyone looked at as the 4th seed in the AFC North, but no, yeah, Bengals, they're laying it, and I absolutely love to see it too, especially after. It's nice to see, especially after Joe Burrow's injury last year and the concerns, because in my opinion, I always said
Comeback player of the year.
no matter what, and I have another award for him in a minute I want to get on. Well, he does have the biggest dick. I will say that.
Big Dick Joe.
Big Dick Joe, yes. Fuck it, let me go to the award now because I forgot what I was going to say. It was good. It's good to see because I said with Joe Burrow's injury, sit him this whole next season because the Bengals weren't going to do shit. I'm eating my words right now. But I know my pick is Justin Herbert, and I'm still going with that. Is it Joe Burrow MVP talk soon if things continue to trend where they are? Yeah. Do you do it? Is it happening?
It could. He can get into the conversation if he
needs
keeps
to
playing
keep
the way
he
he's
had a couple
playing.
iffy games early in the season, but
There's still a lot of season left.
There is.
yeah.
And my zero, the Panthers. You started off
10
3-0. You lost 4 straight. You lost to the Giants, who, in my opinion,
Put the Broncos in
the
there.
Giants are a team right now where I say if you're down in the dumps, you just got your heart broken in a dramatic fashion, you kick their fucking ass to gain a win back. And guess what? Instead of gaining a win back, they lost their 4th straight. This man has been saying that they need Christian McCaffrey. In my opinion, put him on the roster. They're still dog shit, even though Christian McCaffrey's a phenomenal player.
They're nothing without Christian McCaffrey.
I think they're nothing in
And you're
general.
seeing it.
It's that heartbreak, you know. It's just like you're nothing.
I mean, they're not a great team because they haven't really done much. They haven't made no waves, but they're shit without McCaffrey. So you can see that they need a lot more work in that team besides having Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, 100%. But no, I think when they were 3-0, they kind of gave us all blue balls, thinking, oh shit, are the
So
Panthers like a weird team?
Broncos and Panthers are just together.
They are
They're
equivalent.
together making some.
They're 2 strong animals that gets their ass kicked
It's not
by
like,
nothing.
It's not like couple you see in high school. It's just like two just like disgusting people, and they're just. The Panthers,
Yeah.
the Panthers and Broncos right now are making this ugly ass baby right now.
Yeah.
This losing baby, and they're putting in all their mimes that they're good, but they weren't.
I know they
put
tease us.
They put in
Like we were really saying, are the Broncos better than the Chiefs? I mean, right now maybe we can say that.
Yeah.
But after week 1, it was like, come on now. So let's move on now to best team of the week before getting into our illustrious picks. I'm gonna start off with mine. It's the Buccaneers. I mean, granted, they kicked the Bears' ass. The Bears aren't a strong team, but I think
the Bears.
the Bucs are doing what the Bucs are doing, and I alluded to it earlier. If you got Twitter, follow Tom Brady strictly for his post-game win tweets. They're phenomenal. Like John said, he added Love Sosa to it this past week to kind of rub it in Chicago's face a little bit. But yeah, in my opinion, best team in the NFC. I think as of right now, people would say Cardinals because they're 7-0. I think put Buccaneers up against the Cardinals.
Well,
defense woes or not, they're doing
What
it.
about your Rams that beat them and the same record as them?
The Rams are like kind of Guru alluded to. We didn't get to. They're very wishy-washy right now. Granted, they're 6-1, but
The Rams aren't as good as people think.
I think the Rams are getting figured out a little bit.
And we're going to talk about that in the pick.
So I'm going Buccaneers for my team of the week. John, who you got?
I got the Bengals.
Yeah.
They destroyed the Ravens.
This has been a Bengals happy episode.
Joe Burrow, big dick. Ravens suck, and it just showed.
Yeah.
It just showed that Bengals are coming together. They're coming together.
And it's
that
scary.
that duo is dangerous. That duo is dangerous.
It is 5-2, top of the division.
Top of the conference.
Their defense playing
Conference
solid right
even,
now.
yeah.
Their defense is playing solid. You want your defense if your defense gives up less than, I'd say, like 21 points, you have to win that game.
Yeah.
You gotta support them.
And I think with a duo like that, with Joe Burrow calling the shots, with Jamar Chase and shit, it works perfectly.
You held what the
That
Bengals.
was a good pick.
17
And you
points?
know that you look.
Yes.
We went into this draft. They said, "Hey, we gotta get Joey's toy.
They have a good wide receiver core.
Joey's toy's available. Let's
It
go."
worked. And the thing is that's scary about this team is they're so good right now and they're still so young. So it's like we have
Good
a
wide
solid
receiver core.
decade of
And
this.
T. Higgins is good too. Don't forget about him.
And Tyler
Oh, yeah.
Boyd.
Tyler Boyd's good. That's
They got some good receivers.
Once it all starts meshing in together, Bengals Super Bowl season coming up soon.
in 10 years.
But you look at like
Yeah,
they
that's
played in
fun.
college together, so they're going to come out now. They're like it's like what would you? You and your buddy kicked ass through college and shit. What's your dream for you and your buddy? You're both going to the NFL. Wouldn't it be great if you got on the same team?
And it's happening.
Justin-
And we do it,
Jefferson,
and it's
maybe.
happening right here.
And it's also interesting to see how Jamar Chase is doing it, sitting out his last year of,
Respect to him.
of college just to train and look at. Obviously, it's worked. And look at without the white lines, it doesn't matter. People, the man can catch the fucking ball.
Maybe when he was sitting
Yeah,
out, he was with Joe Burrow.
Everybody was giving him shit
Never
for
mind,
that.
Joe Burrow was injured, so he was not practicing. With
They're
him.
eating their
Joe Burrow
words.
can sit in a chair. Joey's got that arm. Guru,
little
best team of
grandpa.
the week for you. Who you got?
I got Bengals too.
Bengals. All right, yeah, enough
Bengals.
said on the Bengals
They-
there.
Because of that win too. They beat
Too
the
much-
Ravens.
Getting a little bit.
Beat the shit out of the Ravens in Baltimore.
We are all Bengals fans. Instead of
Yes.
Justin Field jerseys, we will all have a different Bengals jersey.
We'll
in the
have
meantime.
Joe Burrow. We'll have Jamar Chase, and then I'll get to
He
you.
laid it on Lamar's neck right here and just kind of wrapped it around like an anaconda and fucking choked
Oh yeah.
pulled on it and choked him.
Joe Mixon jersey. No, not
Yeah, that's an ugly one right there. All right, Week 8 picks.
Let's say it.
The overall record, it's getting a little bit hot now because in Week 7, John stole the show, 11-2.
What's up?
The man,
What's up?
Good job.
he didn't know what it was, and with this huge week for him, he is now only 2 games below 500 at 52, 54-1, coming in second place with a 9-4
He's
record.
sniffing at me.
It's the Guru. It's the Guru. Now the Guru's second place spot is now cut to just 2 games with a 54, 52,
Still
and
trying
1
to crawl back
record.
to 500.
And then in third
Tough
place, yours truly, me, 8-5 record, still in first, 62, 44-1. But they're getting there, and especially with this fucker with an 11-2 record, I
I'm
don't
getting all
like
up in
it.
there. I'm
Um,
mining right now.
It's a good week.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
Diamond in the rough.
let's dive into the Week 8 picks. Let's start off
Time.
with
The picks.
the Thursday night game. We got Packers going into Cardinals territory. Line is at the Cardinals -6.5. I think that's pretty lengthy. Granted, Packers are going to be out with Devontae Adams, but I don't think that's changing anything. I like the +6.5 for that. Give me that over to John.
See, if Devontae Adams was playing it, yes, I'd take that, but he's out. So I'm going to take Cardinals -6.5, especially since they're home. They looked a little bit iffy against the Texans early. But
They still
but
covered,
they still,
though.
yeah, they still kind of destroyed them.
I'm
Pat-
torn like an old
Yeah.
sweater because I got the Packers +6.5, but I don't like the fact that Devontae Smith,
Adams.
Adams.
there's Devontae Adams, and Alan Lazard.
Adams Zard's out too.
No, Ellen's playing. Last I've heard, unless something changed.
Scanley might be coming back. He's been out.
And
But
so-
something about
but-
Lazard, too,
yeah,
might be
but
out.
every single I watch the Packers, I study them.
But when I look at this game, I'm going to change it up. And one of the reasons I'm going to change it up because I don't want John to. I'd rather be different than you than different with John. So I'm going to go with John. Plus, this game is at home in the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals go 8-0.
Yeah.
I'm circling
It's just
it right
Devontae
there.
Adams is so crucial. That every single ball goes to Devontae Adams.
But then you know what's going to happen? Aaron Rodgers.
He's just gonna
If
throw
Aaron
us-
Rodgers is watching the show right now, he's going like this. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He should never did that.
I think you guys are.
Oh, it's Tuesday. He's having his
We'll
like,
see.
what? He's having
We'll
his
see.
Scotch Tuesday or something when he does.
Maybe.
does
I think
usually
you're.
do that.
Listen here. Obviously, we'll see how it works out. I think you're going to start trying to save your ass a little bit too much.
Because the
with these
Packers
picks.
are they're
No, I'm not talking about Pat. I'm just saying in terms of the standings here. If you're trying to
Right.
keep flow with him,
Don't worry about what he's doing.
isn't
Yeah,
it
don't worry
sad?
about we're coming after
Yeah.
you.
But all I'm saying
hey,
is,
coming after
get
you.
to the next
You're-
pick. Get
You're
to
the
the
one
next
that's being
pick.
chased right now.
But all I'm saying is it's kind of sad that you have to work your picks around for the dude behind you.
You know what's sad? That you went 8-5.
No,
and you're in
it's
last
not.
place.
Yeah, but it's not just the dude. That's just
What about
collateral.
overall?
Who cares about overall?
That's the only thing that matters once the season
I'm
ends.
talking about the present. I went 11-2. You went 9-4.
You did. You laid dick.
It's not just the dude behind me,
And your Rams cost
With
me
this
for
pick.
undefeated.
because the Packers are due to lose a
Who
game
else?
here.
The 49ers, but who cares about the 49ers?
The Packers
They're
are
stuck
due to
in
lose
the
a game.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next
And
one.
this
You
is
guys
the
are
game they're gonna
delusional.
lose.
I don't like any of these teams because they fall under the category of if you pick them, they go up against you. Panthers going in Atlanta. The line is at Falcons -3. That's what I'm taking. I like the Falcons.
Panthers suck.
Yeah, and the Panthers, you guys suck.
You just can't, like, the Panthers are so bad that you just can't, you can't pick them in this. They're just so bad.
No Christian McCaffrey.
No Christian
Take
McCaffrey.
the Falcons.
They suck. Falcons -3. I'll put $5,000 on it. Shout out to Nico.
Whoa, damn. All right, Goober, who you got?
Falcons.
Falcons -3. All right, there. We're all on the same ship right there. Next game, we have the best team in the AFC, the Cincinnati Bengals, going into
The worst team in the AFC.
the Big Apple, the New York Jets. Like you said, worst team in the AFC. The line is set at -10 for the Bengals. That's what I'm picking. This is a game where Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase saw it on the schedule and they started laughing methodically
They said, let's.
and said, "All right, if you have us on fantasy, you're getting 50,000 fucking points." Bengals -10.
I take this game if it's Bengals -1,000.
Yeah.
Bengals -10.
Yeah.
I didn't even pick one yet.
No.
Because this is a scary game. Is this one of those games? Listen, I'm just saying. It's a. You know I don't like double digit.
Dad,
lines.
we just
No one
spent
likes double digit.
We
But
just
the
spent the
Jets-
whole.
Jets beat the Titans this year. How
The
the
Jets
hell
we
did
just
they
thought
not-
they were.
We just spent the whole show basically.
I know, but
having
when it
the
comes-
Bengals down
but
our
when it comes-
throats.
yeah, but when
and
it
you're
comes-
saying it scares you against the Jets?
Ever
But
since
when
the
it comes
Buffalo
down
Bowl,
to
the
this
Jets
10,
have sucked.
How did the Jets beat the Titans?
Because the Titans are a wishy-washy team.
Are they a wishy-washy team?
I think they're a
Did
team.
you see that win this week?
Longevity. Yeah, I saw the win. The Chiefs also suck right now.
Do we know that?
Yes, we
You're
do.
a
this
big
is
Patty
one of them
Mahomes
sca-
fan.
I am a big Patty fan.
This is one of them things that make you think. But I'm going to go with Big Dick Joe. I can't let him down.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'll lay the
I
10
hope
points.
so.
But
Moving
if
on.
you don't cover that 10, we'll have something to talk about next week.
Moving on, we have the Rams -14 heading into Houston, the absolute stinker that is. Go Atlanta Braves. Fuck you, Houston Astros. Rams -14. Enough said.
Yeah, I think Texans are like 0-3 in double-digit spreads right now.
Yeah,
So
they cannot.
I'm taking, even though the Rams didn't cover against the Lions.
Aha! There it is. There it is.
Rams
The
14.
Rams can't cover against bad teams. They should have covered against the Lions.
They covered against the Giants.
Oh, okay.
What did you did a PSA?
The Giants can come in and beat the shit out of the Lions.
You did a
we
PSA.
we just talked about
you
the
did a
Giants.
PSA.
And again, hey,
You did a PSA.
I was drinking- I was drinking
think
too.
the Giants are scary.
No.
Giants aren't
I was
scary.
drinking
Giants are
last
scary.
week too because I was drinking last week.
You did.
Because the Lions fucked me
No,
over.
it's not on the
Okay?
Rams.
I'm gonna
Skip.
lay this 14. But if they don't cover this 14 against the fucking Texans, the Rams are frauds.
They are
Listen here,
frauds. They
listen
are. I
here.
think they're frauds.
Get the
Matthew
If
Rams.
they're that
Get
good-
off the Rams' dick.
No.
All right, because listen,
I'm
when it
not on
comes-
the Rams' dick.
listen,
You're on the
no,
Rams'
you're
dick.
on the Rams' dick about they
Bullshit.
can't cover. Listen, when it came to Lions, your ass did a PSA about a couple weeks ago saying
You're right.
the Lions fuck you over. So it's
Right.
your team. Figure that
no,
shit out.
No, it doesn't matter which
Figure
way I
Jared
go.
Goff.
Rams
Figure
suck.
I know they suck.
you
I
guys
know
aren't
Goff
playing
sucks.
fucking kneecaps.
Goff's got
You guys
tiny
get your
hands.
own kneecaps bitten off.
Jared Goff's a high school quarterback. I know they suck. Okay. My point is, if the Rams are
Hostile.
if the Rams are this mighty
Hostile.
Rams, they should be fucking easy covers right here on these 14. Easy covers against the Lions on these shit teams. And here comes another shit team, the Texans. They better cover that 14.
They will.
If
They don't.
If they don't, they're not as good as what they think they are.
And your kneecaps are
But
gone.
the thing is, you guys are speaking about this gambling. They're 6-1.
But they're not as good as what they think they
We
are.
don't care
if they're
about
not
straight
covering.
out. We care about spreads.
I want to see them 6-1 against the spread if they're that good.
That's true, but they're not.
What are the Bucks against the spread?
I thought we had last week. All teams were kind of mediocre against the spread this year, except two.
No. You know
Yeah,
who's not
look.
mediocre against
Yeah,
the
they
spread?
weren't that
Look.
great. The Rams are now.
Cards 5-1 against the spread. They're
Yeah, there's only two teams
6-1 now. Packers,
That's it.
Packers pretty
All the
good.
others, they're mid. They're all 500 or not.
Bucks in.
The Colts are now 5-2.
That's good.
But look at
That's
look,
good.
look at all
The
these.
Rams suck. Okay, they're not good.
The
I
three
don't
biggest
believe it.
lines. The three biggest lines last time. Who didn't cover it against the fucking Lions?
Oh, who fucking who? They still got the win. That's all I care about.
All right.
The Lions. You can't cover the Lions.
We should be
Better
done.
cover the Texans. Move on.
We should be
Move
done
on.
with the Rams talk.
Yes, Rams talk. We're done.
Moving
on. We have the Dolphins of Miami going in to Wing Nation of Buffalo. Buffalo Bills. Line is at -13.5 for the Bills. Yeah, Bills. Are we even?
Does Miami suck so bad? Why? What happened to that? Like they went to playoffs last year. I keep.
They were 10-6 but missed it. They were 10-6 and missed.
And now they're going to be like 1 in. I don't know.
16.
The fact that they beat the Patriots earlier is just so sad.
Who do you got?
Bills -13.
Yeah, Bills -13.5. Who you got?
Welcome to Miami.
Who you got?
I got more faith in the Bills laying 13.5 against the Dolphins than I do the Rams against the Texans.
Get the Rams off.
Lay the points.
Get off their dick.
Lay the points. It's in
Jeez.
Buffalo. They're going to blow them out.
His legs are shaking right now because of how much he's riding the Rams.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
No,
to
I am
see.
riding the Rams because they can't cover
Absolutely
shit.
insane.
All right, let's
Moving
get
on. Speaking of your fucking Lions here, we got Eagles -3.5 against them. And I'm going to start this one off with you. What are you taking, scumbag?
It don't matter which one I take. Everybody knows I'm going to get fucked, but I'm going to take the Eagles -3.5
And guess what?
because the lines are that bad.
And since he picked that, he's going to get fucked over. Give me Lions +3.5.
I took the Lions +3.5 too. I think this is the game they finally win. I liked how they looked against the Rams, and I think
They were dropping their kick
don't-
against the Rams, an onside kick after their
I
first
think
possession.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is going to go in there and roll them too.
Oh, I guarantee he does not. Jalen Hurts is
Not roll, but cover.
Jalen
the fucking
Hurts-
This
spread.
is a game that
Jalen
ends.
Hurts looks like it's
If Jalen,
it's got
listen,
like something up his ass the whole time. He can't fucking run.
the Rams couldn't cover the spread. Let's
Oh
see
my
if
God.
Let's see
Oh
if
my
Jalen Hurts
God.
can cover the spread.
Jalen
Let's
Hurts
see
will
if they
not.
can cover the spread against the Lions.
There will be new hosts on the show
Steelers,
next
Browns.
week in this chair. We are done with
Move
this
on.
shit.
It's just gonna be me. It's
Steelers,
just gonna be me
Browns,
on the
move
show
on.
now. They see we're gonna kill each other. I'll be hosting the show now. It'll be called John.
Steelers, Browns. Let's
Not
go.
exclusive. All right, like the guru said, we got Steelers going into Cleveland. Line is at -3.5. I think. Listen here, the Broncos, they fucked me over against the Browns last week. I still think
Yeah.
Vegas is being
Oh,
generous.
Hey, wait.
I'm taking
Before
Steelers
you say that,
+3.5.
I need to bring up a text message that me and the guru received from Corben. Here it is.
Oh, yeah.
FYI, Teddy Bridgewater is 24-7 against the spread when he's an underdog. Hope Cleveland treats you well.
They treated you guys well.
They
Couple
did.
hours
treated you
later.
guys well.
They
Do
did.
not talk shit to us
They
ever
covered it.
again. Okay?
Well, now I'm talking shit again if you guys pick the Browns because Steelers +3.5. That's yummy. I think the main wild card in this game is the Steelers defense. In all honesty,
Talking about shit. The Browns team right now.
yes,
They're
they are the color of shit.
I took them last week, but because Broncos are just bigger shit, but Browns are shit. Steelers are little shit, so I'm taking Steelers +3.5.
I'm taking the 3.5 too.
Steelers
Because-
+3, yeah.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be a low-scoring game
Oh, it
because they
definitely
usually is between the Steelers and the Browns. I don't know what the weather's going to be like over there, but
Probably because both quarterbacks.
yeah, I'll take that 3.5
Case
going to the
Keenum.
Browns. The Browns are pretty depleted right now.
So moving on from there, we have the 49ers going up against the Bears in Chi-Town. Line is at -3 for the 49ers, and that's what I'm going with, personally. I think this game can go either way. This might be a game that bites me in the ass, but I don't know. The Bears, it's like, I just don't know anymore.
Bears are iffy, but I got Bears +3. 49ers cost me last week. Fuck them for that. I just gotta hope Justin Fields doesn't turn the ball over 1,000 times, and yeah, we'll be fine.
Also, might I say, Justin Fields, you want to slander that man, go for it. A lot of the mishaps that are coming out were all Matt Nagy's fault. On the one where he threw the interception, he was told back-to-back weeks that there's 12 men on the field, so free play, do whatever, and there just wasn't. So I think this is more for the Bears. Speaking on the Bears, I think this is more of a front office personnel issue rather than the people on the field.
This guy's looking at percentages and stuff.
You got a pick for it, G?
I'm going Bears +3 since Soldier Field.
Let's go.
I'm not sold on the Niners. I
I
mean,
don't think anyone should be.
no, go Bears +3.
Moving on, we have Titans -1 against the Colts. I don't like one lines at all because they're just weird. But so I'm taking Titans -1. they
I
can
think
beat the
Titans
Colts.
destroy the Colts.
Yeah, they're just gonna kick their ass.
Titans -1.
Take the Titans, lock this one up.
That's your mortal lock.
All right, we got more lock there for the Guru. Titans -1. Make sure to put that on a little parlay slip there. Afterwards, we have Horny Urban going into Seattle. Seahawks -3.5. I'm taking that. I don't like it. This is an ugly game. This is a game that's probably going to end like 13 to 10.
Yeah. A shitty-ass Jaguars team just can't go into the 12th man field and
Yeah, that's very
do
true.
anything. So, Hawks -3.5.
Guru.
I love this one. Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Lay the
Not
points.
Jags.
So afterwards, we now have the Patriots, John's Patriots, heading into LA to go up against Justin Herbert and the Chargers, coming off an ugly-ass loss against the Ravens. This is their bounce-back week. Chargers -5.5. Lock it up. And it's my mortal lock.
Really?
Whoa, Twins. Chargers -5.5.
Would you look at that? Who would have thought?
You copied off me. Last time we did this,
I didn't copy off of you.
I copied off you, but you did. Well, it's not on your computer that it says mortal lock.
Because I like to find my mortal lock as I go through these.
But mine says mortal lock, so you definitely read it on my computer. Pats, I don't think they have the team.
They don't.
They don't have
Their
the
defense
weapons
will
right now to
crumble.
go into LA and.
Granted, going in the Chargers...
I love the Pats, but they can't compete with the Chargers.
I mean, granted, going against the Chargers...
But the Chargers are iffy.
It's a
I don't
neutral
like.
field.
I don't like how Justin Herbert only targets Mike Williams. Why is that? You have Keenan Allen, a great wide receiver, and you don't even bother to look at him anymore.
Unless you're getting double teamed.
Yeah, I mean... and
Keenan Allen's not getting double teamed.
You just got to see, maybe
How
Herbert...
come Devontae Adams averages 20 points in fantasy every week? You're telling me he did?
Because Devontae Adams is way better than any Chargers receiver out there. Hands down.
Keenan Allen is a top. He is a great wide
He ain't
receiver.
better than Devontae Adams.
He's not better than Devontae Adams. I'm not saying that, but you're telling me there's no way people are double teaming Keenan Allen.
Might be if the
I-
time's
and
right.
if they are-
you gotta watch the game and see what's going on play after play after play after snap after
I
snap.
do. I watch.
And a lot of
Justin
times you
Herbert,
don't
and
see
I'm
that.
Still not sold on
Yeah,
Justin.
but you don't
Herbert.
see that. The camera's going to go where the ball goes, and sometimes you don't see that.
Still not sold on Justin Herbert.
Moving on. One team... I know...
Whoa, we're moving on.
Well, you're taking your sweet-ass
Kick me in
time
the
over
fucking
there.
grip while we're in the discussion.
Yeah.
Okay?
Gotta be-
Billy goes in there and steals one. Give me the Pats plus 5.5. How do you like that?
This episode is the most hostile one we've had, ladies and gentlemen.
Billy, I'll cut the sleeves off. Next week, if he goes in there and wins this game outright, I'm cutting the sleeves off of the hoodie.
There you have it, ladies and
I will
gentlemen.
buy a Justin Herbert jersey if Pats win.
Wait, what?
That's how confident I am the Chargers are going to win.
Where's the... That
Just-
doesn't make sense, though.
Well,
Because I know, because I'm putting,
It doesn't make enough sense to make sense.
I'm
though.
putting
It's-
my
it's
mortal
making
lock
sense.
into the Chargers.
That's right.
Just saying that I don't believe in Justin Herbert, but I think he's going to win because the Pats are not as good. And if the Pats win, like he thinks they are, or cover,
they'll
not
cancel
win,
each other out.
cover, then I'll buy a Justin Herbert jersey and believe in him.
Deal. I guess that makes sense in my head.
Sure.
One quarterback that John is sold on, though, is Tom Brady.
Always be sold
-5 with the Buccaneers. He heads into the team that he eliminated out of the playoffs last year, the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
Buccaneers -5. Ink it in, ladies and gentlemen.
Bucks -5.
Yep, Bucks.
Yeah, you just... Yeah.
It's just you. There's three things in life that you always do. That's always going to happen.
Death,
That taxes
and Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
You just can't. You can't get past them. It goes Tom Brady, Father Time.
Yeah.
It just can't be beat. After we have, I'm pretty sure a Super Bowl matchup of like 1980s or some shit. Washington and
Don't
Denver,
care.
if I remember correctly. So big stipulation here. Broncos -2.5. That's pooey right there. Broncos
Broncos
blow.
suck.
Give me Washington
Broncos.
+2.5.
Broncos are so bad. So bad. I would
They're
hate to be a
egregiously-
Broncos fan. I hate to be a Panthers fan. I hate to be a Lions fan. I hate to be a Jaguars fan. I hate to be a Jets fan. I hate to be a
Texans.
Giants fan. I hate to be a Texans fan.
I got 10 road
Washington
dogs.
+2.5.
10 road dogs.
Who you got in this game though?
Give me the football team plus 2.5.
Yeah, I feel like that's a nod right there. Afterwards, we have the Sunday night game. We have Dak and the boys
Oh, Dak's
going into Minnesota to go up against Kirk Cousins, who fucking sucks.
The con artist Kirk. Con man Kirk.
Kirk Cousins. That was bad.
Kirk the
Cowboys
con man.
-2.5 right there. Give me
Cowboys
that.
are dangerous.
Right off
They're
a
gonna
bye.
win.
Lay
They're,
it.
they're gonna destroy the Vikings. How is this 2.5? I
They're
don't
gonna
know.
kick their ass. But even though they'll kick their ass, Kirk, just give the ball to Justin Jefferson. I need you for fantasy.
But see,
So,
even if it goes into overtime or something, the Cowboys win by a field goal. I like the 2.5.
yeah. So afterwards, and this is where my pep-up speech is going to come in, so I'll let you guys handle it. It's Giants-Chiefs Monday night game. Line is at -10.5. Who you got?
This was
Danny Dimes going to lay some tick. Give me that plus 10.5. I'm taking it. I want the points. Where's the carrot? I'm going to eat it.
He needs the carrot because
I'm
I was
taking
going to
it.
take the Giants. Then I realized I don't like carrots. I'm taking the Chiefs -10.5.
Too much.
Listen here. I have Chiefs -10.5,
Who you
and
talking
here's
about?
why. They're 3-4. The Chiefs, they suck right now. But what did I say earlier in the show? Why I ripped the Panthers? When you go up against the Giants, that's a team that you can get an easy win off of. They're heading into Arrowhead. They get a little bit of a longer rest here. You know what? The Chiefs, Patty, wake the fuck up. Tyreek, wake the fuck up. Andy Reid, wake the fuck up. The whole team, wake up.
The Chiefs suck. Come
It's
on, stop.
sleep time is over, nap time is over. Let's get the ball rolling here, all right? Because even though they're not my favorite team, Patty's one of my favorite players. I want to see him succeed.
Disgusting.
Chiefs
So
-10.5, ladies and gentlemen. Can John make a comeback even more? Another 10+ win week? We'll see. Can Guru catch up to me? We'll see. Do I fall down eventually? We'll see. We're playing the games of we'll see, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the episode.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
And you will see.
We'll be back next week. Peace.